Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, Govind English Teacher. Today, an eminent personality is with us. Is an excellent teacher, a good communicator, a dedicated teacher, and he is now pursuing his doctorate in literature. Now he is with us, and we are going to share our ideas regarding communication skills. Sir, please, I know very well about you because you are one of my best friends and a good resource person in our Andhra Pradesh. Okay, sir, please introduce yourself for our viewers. Yes.
Thank you, Govind sir, for giving me this opportunity. My name is B.B. Ramna. Now I have been working in Government High School, Santa Bumali. I'm a teacher of English.
Yes, sir. Good, great, sir. Wonderful for your brief introduction.
Right.
And now I'm going to ask some questions regarding English communication skills, how to improve. General questions are there because many viewers they want to develop their communication skills. So that is then the first and the foremost questions are, and I'm going to ask you, what are the key elements of effective communication skills in English language?
Definitely, sir. There are many key elements in effective communication. The first and foremost is clarity. Clarity of your expression and concise, and that should be very clear to the listeners. And avoiding jargon, some ambiguous and pompous vocabulary that enables your listeners to understand very clear. That's first and foremost one. The second one is attentive listening. You have to attend properly your listeners. You know, communication is a mutual process. If you're not able to listen your speakers and your listeners properly, you can't send your message. You can't send your message appropriately. So attentive listening is very much important. At the same time, your confidence. I mean, commenting over the subject, what you are going to speak. And if you have a confidence, your message can be persuasive. Your listeners can understand properly, and as well as your body language is also very important. Your eye contact, your gestures, because these play a significant role in communication, because those reinforce your message. So these are the key elements in effective communication. That all depends upon the speakers and the listeners also, right? Right, sir.
Yes, sir. So to be a good speaker, a good communicator, one has to develop a good vocabulary. So vocabulary plays a vital role in communication, any language. So how can I improve my vocabulary to enhance my communication skills?
Right, sir. Vocabulary plays a prominent role in communication and to improve your communication skills also, to enhance it. First and foremost thing is you should be a good reader, sir. Reading different materials, not only your academic books. Many people confine to their academic books. Apart from that, we have to read newspapers, journals, and sometimes we go for the different genres like poetry, prose, and at the same time fiction and non-fiction, because every genre has its unique vocabulary. And every day we have to read some. After that, whatever the unfamiliar words, if you come across some vocabulary which you have not faced earlier, so look up at a dictionary and find its pronunciation and synonyms and antonyms, and at the same time use uses also. So you have to use thesaurus also. You have to improve your vocabulary. You should not confine to that. Whatever you have learned, that go for writing some sort of comprehensive passages. This enables you. This challenges you to write some sort of sentences, whatever you have learned. And after that, you have to engage with your colleagues and friends. Whatever the new words you have learned, that you have to put into practice. And this is the way you can improve your vocabulary. So, you know, in our language, we have learned vocabularies of two kinds. I mean, active vocabulary, passive vocabulary. The words which you have learned, that you have to employ it while you are writing, while you are speaking in different contexts. And automatically that your passive word, what you have learned, that will become active to you. So in such a way, you can improve your vocabulary. This is one of the strategies. Number of strategies are there, but you have to read it thoroughly, and whatever you have learned, that you have to practice while writing or else speaking. So this is one of the ways to improve your vocabulary fluency, right, sir?
Sir, nice of you, sir. Third question, sir. What daily practices would you recommend for becoming a more fluent in English language?
Definitely, sir. So whatever you have known, that needs to practice. Consistency of practice enables you. You are good at that. Part what you are going to learn it. For example, you're reading at the same time writing and speaking across all the four skills. You have to practice daily. Uh, you, I mean. You should use English language part of your daily life, right? You should make it your daily life. That only enables you to speak fluently. And across all the four skills, you have to practice, sir. That is speaking and listening and writing, and at the same time, listening some TED talks. And whereas some online platforms also there, like what we say is Yumi. I mean, Yumi, one of the platforms that provide number of courses, and whereas your BBC Learning, radio talks, all these, you have to practice yourself all these skills, listening, speaking, and writing, and that only enables you. I mean, all these activities should part of your daily life.
And the last but not least question, sir. Generally, many people have the knowledge of grammar, vocabulary, and everything is they have no about syntax, structure, everything. But when they want to talk something, they have some fear. So the question is, how can I overcome the fear of making mistakes when speaking English?
Right, sir. Fear of making mistake is a common challenge for everyone. But there are certain strategies we can avoid that fear. The first and foremost thing is shift your mindset. I mean, change your mindset. See, making mistakes is a part of learning. You should be conscious of that. Making mistakes is a part of learning. Without making mistakes, no one can learn anything, right? So that you should, whenever you make mistake, um, there is a chance, there is a possibility to learn something. You should be conscious of that fundamental thing. So making mistakes is a part of our learning, and at the same time, you should laugh at your mistakes. It means that embrace your mistake. Whenever you make a mistake, you should not, argue with that one. You should simply laugh at that, and your listener also can understand that you are open to learn, isn't it? So that we should not fear of making mistakes, and we should not run for accuracy. We should go for fluency only, right? After some years, after some, making some numerous mistakes, you come to learn it. See, every mistake is a possibility of learning. Should conscious of that, and at the same time, you can sometimes, there are some your colleagues and friends. You can ask feedback from them, see whether I did any make a mistake. They certainly, your friends and colleagues gives you some constructive feedback. From that feedback, you have to learn something. At the same time, many of the times you should reflect of your success. Sometimes you communicated properly. If you just recollect that kind of communication, proper communication, that boosts your confidence. Though the person is good at all the grammar, syntax, and everything, if you lose your confidence levels, and that always pull back you to speaking, so that you should be confident enough. At the same time, if you are always keeping yourselves among all the English resource environment, that gives you some confidence, right? So that if you build up your confidence, that only enable you to speak better, and you should not fear of mistakes and afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes is a common part while in the process of learning, right, sir?
Thank you, sir. Mistakes are common because we're human. We are the native speakers. Because when you are making mistake, that means you are learning something. Without making mistake, nothing will happen. So that you
Yes.
have to love to make mistakes, to try to overcome those mistakes. Then will be a good communicator. Okay. To be a good communicator, one has to be good confident. To get confident, you have to do the whatever the things you are fear to do. So you have to do whatever you fear to do. By doing the same thing again, and what will happen? One day we'll overcome all these hurdles and obstacles and stammering, the pumbling and tumbling and shaking and breaking. So one can become a good communicator. Thank you, Ramana sir, your values or valuable suggestions and your advice, your
And at
strategies,
the
your tips, everything.
And at
And
the same time, I will add something, sir. You have to read some good books. You know, there are numerous books for effective communication, and there are a number of courses also. There are online courses and online platforms. At the same time, there are a number of resources for your listening talks. See, for example, Effective Communication English by Thompson. At the same time, How to Win Friends and Influence Your People by George
Carnegie.
Carnegie. Yes, the George Carnegie, and at the same time, communication should be in a persuasive manner. Just G.J. Thompson, these are the good books, and at the same time, some platforms also there. Hello Talks, which connects you people across the world, and some TEDme. It is one of the platform where you can find mutual partners for learning. If you interact like this kind of atmosphere, it also enables you to speak properly. At the same time, recently we have seen in YouTube channels also TED Talks, technology and entertainment and designs. This lasts all for 15 to 20 minutes, but it enables you to speak properly. That gives you confidence, and these TED Talks cover all areas like theology, philosophy, communication, language, and social issues, and whatnot, everything. And this is all, the speeches were given by the thought leaders, some pioneers and some great philosophers. And sometimes you can modify your personality also by listening these TED Talks. So in these days, for improving our communication, there are a number of sources, but we have to incorporate all these ideas, all these resources in our daily life. Those should be, we should not confine to our academic books, should not confine to academic teaching. Apart from that, we have to use our energy. We have to channelize our potential energy towards learning. You should be conscious enough always. I have to improve my language. This kind of mindset also, this kind of positive mindset also enable you to speak well. At the same time, you should not think that I messed up this time, I didn't properly communicate. These are negative thoughts. You have to always give your mind that I'm improving. What should I do? Where is my place? This kind of conscious thinkings also enable you to think, to speak properly. Right, sir? Will you add any
Yes,
more
sir.
points for this? Right.
Yes, you have given good points regarding what are the sources. So one can use to develop communication skills, and also you have given good affirmations because we are nothing but what we think about ourselves. So by doing this, by improving the positive attitude towards anything, one can be developed, one can be achieved, one can accomplish, one can
Yes.
reach his targeted goal. So it's, thank you, sir. Thank you, Ravana sir, for coming to my live session. And yes, good interaction with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Given sir, for giving this golden opportunity for interacting with all my friends and colleagues. Right.
Thank you.